Yo, it's your boy Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at with you with a new video. We got AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party, day one, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. So hop in the room and join your boy. This should be a hell of a pay-per-view. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream. So I'm on the West Coast. So I got to, hopefully everything works out okay on my end. I'm going to have to end up doing a TNT app to see if I can end up live streaming everything properly. We'll have to kind of wait and see. I got a little technical difficulties on my setup right now, but if you give me a moment, hopefully I'll be able to get everything linked up here. So 1 second. See you later. All right. Time to get things situated. So 1 sec here. But like I said, WWE has kind of gone downhill to me considerably. So to be able to, get things going with this pay-per-view, it should be pretty exciting. It just depends if I can get this fucking TNT app to work properly, because I'm not able to watch it live on my end on the West Coast until 8 o'clock. So I'm hoping with everything that I have set up here, we'll be able to do it. But now, I don't know if there's just an overload on this fucking TNT app, but I'm trying to get things going. Charlie McAdams, what it do? Uzi, what it do? Lenny D, what it do? Savage, what it do? Here we go. Come on, guys. But as you can see on the screen, let's go, baby. We got Cody versus Jake Hager. Omega and Paige versus the Best Friends. Yeah, baby. Jurassic Express and MJF and Wardlow, and Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. I can't wait. So we'll have to see where it goes. But like I said, WWE, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, to me, has kind of gone downhill quite a bit considerably. I mean, I know when you don't have any fans involved, it definitely hurts, the product. But I feel AEW has done a pretty significant job, and I've been entertained. I've never stopped watching AEW. Like I said, it's one of those things I keep watching week in and week out. To me, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Day 2, you're going to have July 1st and these matchups. And there's a female matchup for a championship as well. So Cody versus Jake Hager. You got, obviously, Kenny Omega, my favorite wrestler, and Adam Hangman Page versus the Best Friends. Jurassic Express, Night 1 versus MJF and Wardlow. And then Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. And then, obviously, as we go with Moxley and all the other matchups next week, then it'll be very exciting as well. But hop on in. We can talk NFL. We can talk college football. We can talk WWE, AEW. But I figured this is going to be something if you want to, sit back and join your boy and watch some wrestling. I mean, there's really nothing else fucking on right now anyways. So you might as well watch AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party, day 1, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. It'd be much appreciated. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. And like I said, I barely got home in time to be able to get everything set up on the screens to kind of make it look nice and get it all kind of situated for who's going to be in the matches tonight. And like I said, I was really pressed for time. The TNT app was kind of fucking up. The computer setup was, something that I had to really kind of rush through. But join your boy for the next 2 hours while we watch some great AEW action. And this matchup and these matchups that we're going to have are a lot more exciting than anything that you're going to be able to watch really on WWE right now. And I'm a big WWF, WCW, ECW guy, but as coronavirus and COVID-19 has hit everything, I feel that WWE has fell off. SmackDown is horrible. Raw is horrible. The only thing that's kind of interesting to watch is Keith Lee and some of the other matchups on NXT. That I can accept, right? But I think AEW's product with AEW Dynamite, by far, what a clothesline! Woo! But AEW's product has never wavered, and I absolutely love that. So let me go through and just acknowledge everybody really quickly in the room. Charlie McAdams in the building. Hello, what a dude. Uzi in the building. What a dude. It's been a while. Your Packers, they're coming. I can't wait. Savage OD in the building. Nyland Saints, what's good? Everything, baby. What's good, NWSF? Mr. Cole says, my Ryan. Mr. Orion, how's life? Hope everything is going well. I'm working. Like I said, working in a warehouse job. It's been tough, physical work, but I'm alive. I'm working. I'm breathing. I'm trying to record as much as possible. Let's see. Young Nola, one of my favorites. Nyland Saints. He's grinding in the booth as well, putting out as much effort that he can. What it do? Nighthawk, Afterburner. Hello. What it do? He said, I just finished up. What did you say here? You just said, I just finished a song for my new tape, and I saw what you named it. Your boy smart. You know what I'm doing. How excited are you for your Buccaneers, Mr. Cole? I am very excited. Bird Gang. Gang, gang, gang. What it do? 114. Gang, gang. Fly, Eagles fly, Bird Gang. What it do? No lie, Cody is better than ever since he left WWE, and when he was there, he had great matches. They underutilized him, though, with the whole Gold Dust mockery when they tried to make him Stardust. I mean, and he's been the face, of AEW with a lot of other guys like Moxley, but he's very talented, and it's great to see mid-level, mid-card guys get a chance to really show what they can do. Jake Hager is another guy, and then you're getting a lot of these other guys that are hopping over, like Mr. Hardy, Matt Hardy as well. So it's exciting to be able to see some of these guys come over, and there's going to be more and more talent, as obviously the months go on and the years go on. But I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday. AEW Fyter Fest, baby. Let's go. MJF is the best heel in wrestling today. A lot of people, think The Miz, normally when he's on his heel run with his mic skills, I feel MJF is the Miz of AEW, a guy that's fantastic on the mic, and he's a good wrestler as well, and you need guys like that in wrestling to make it exciting, and that's big facts. Nighthawk says 49ers, what it do? Everyone hit that like button, baby. Savage in the building. Javon Wright in the building. Panthers, gang, 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 what it do? So I want to see RVD go back to WWE. RVD's a little old, though. I'm not sure how much time he's got left. Nighthawk says, I'm a Niner fan. Said, Young Nola, Lenny D, my boy, watch this, bro. LOL. What it do? My number one supporter talking to y'all right now. Young Nola. Grinding. Chifino, Ravens flock in the building. Gang, gang, gang. Let's go, baby. AEW Fyter Fest 2020. Day one live stream, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. It'd be much appreciated either on here, patreon.com, or on our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. So everyone get settled in. Enjoy yourself. I'll start to call a few of the matches as they come along. But this is just a live stream, a watch party, just so we can talk football, NFL, college football, if you want to talk NBA. But I definitely want to go over this Fyter Fest, AEW 2020. I've been very excited for it because this is something that normally would be on pay-per-view. But even with COVID-19, nice tag. Get in there, Jurassic Express. Nice clothesline. Big boot. Woo! 2 of them. Let's go. But this is going to be a 2-week process where instead of being on a pay-per-view and charging money, they're doing it on TNT for free on today, July 1st, and next week on July 8th. So this is exciting. You're actually getting something on a pay-per-view quality level for 2 weeks in a row on TNT. WWE wouldn't do that. So I'm excited to be able to kind of watch these guys perform, and they're getting themselves better and better, and they're taking a bigger and bigger leap over WWE. Woo! Big super kick. Woo-hoo! Another one. Ooh, nice leg sweep. Let's go. Jurassic Express, baby. He's got so much agility for being 6'5", 6'6". He can do Hurricane Ranas. He can do it all. Just like I said, 6'6", baby. Woo! Big kick to the neck on MJF. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Wardlow. Wardlow's a beast, too. Let's not get it twisted. Woo! Let's go. Young Nola to Lenny D. When I talk my football stuff, people can't handle it. Nola. Woo! Big kick. Let's go. Check for his teeth. They're gone. Ooh, nice counter. Jericho, like a sack of dinosaur laundry. Oh, baby. What a move. Troll Patrol in the building. What up, NWSF? Fly, Eagles, fly. Exposing the rig sports for life. I feel ya. I love you, man. Appreciate you. Everyone in the building. Ruiz, LA Rams. What it do, baby? What it do, my guy? KGR Kid, the Ramily. Everyone from the Ramilys hopping on. Gang, 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 gang. Javon in the building. Woo! Come on, Jurassic Express. Let's go. Woo! Let's go. One more time, baby. One more time. Oh, baby! AEW. 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 Let's go. Love it. Cody versus Jake Hager. Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page versus the Best Friends. And then Private Party versus Santana Ortiz. Jurassic Express now versus MJF and Wardlow. And we have a female matchup as well for a championship. And this is day 1. Day 2. Woo! High risk maneuver outside the ring. Let's go. Fyter Fest 2020 on TNT with your boy. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I love it. Hell yeah. AEW. AEW. Let's go. Woo! That fool's like 6'5", 6'6". That's insane. Let's go, baby. Oh, here we go. Watch this. Oh, look at that double team move. Let's go. 1, 2. Ooh, Wardlow with the save. You don't see action like this on WWE. And it's kind of sad because I was really high on WWE for quite some time, but they've really fell off to me. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. It's like I don't know if I'll ever go back. But I definitely I've always been a ECW guy, RVD, Sabu. Woo! He caught him midair. A WCW guy. So I've always liked that more high, fast-paced action. Cruiserweight division. Oh, baby! Reverse Hurricanrana. Are you kidding me? Woo! Yeah, but I don't know. AEW, if you guys have not tuned into this, it's on TNT right now on the East Coast. If you guys are there, if you're on the West Coast, like me, you can turn on the TNT app, download it. It's got the East Coast times on there and the feed for East Coast, as well as West Coast will be on at 8 o'clock p.m. my time, but I want to watch it live. MJF. Oh, he's caught! Powerbomb, baby! Woo! Super kick from hell. Let's go, baby. Man. Woo-hoo-hoo! Everybody's down. Appreciate every single one of y'all that's in the building. I'm good. KGR Kid, Ruiz, what it do? Lenny D, my boy, what it do? What it do? Bird Gang. Shawn Michaels the GOAT. Who won a debate? Hey, I got him up there. I was always more of a Bret Hart guy. You know what I mean? But I like heels. You know, in wrestling, I like usually the heel guys more. Oh, baby! Woohoo! What a move! But, you know, Shawn Michaels definitely is one of the greatest of all time. I mean, I watched him on the Rockers with Marty Jannetty, so there is no really debating that. Oh! Caught him in midair. This could be bad. Ooh, nice counter. Ooh. Big forearm smash. Good back elbow. Let's go. But definitely, I mean, everyone's got their opinion on who they like. Gang, gang, gang. Randy Orton the GOAT, Javon says. I love me some Randy Orton. Sweet chin music to a hater. Woo, baby. Mr. Cole says, what are your thoughts on Cam going to the Pats and your thoughts on the Buccaneers talking to Le'Veon Bell? They're also talking to AB, it sounds like. Or they said that AB could be interested, or maybe the Buccaneers have a little interest on Antonio Brown. I don't know if, you know, mentally he can, you know, do it or not. I don't really need Le'Veon. But, oh, what a maneuver from the top rope. 1, 2, 2. What a senton from the top. But, you know, if Le'Veon wants to come to the Bucs, I'll take him. I don't need him, but I'll take him. If AB wants to come and can behave, fuck yeah, I'll take him. But, I mean, knowing Le'Veon and AB, I mean, those are two different personalities. Not really sure, but you got to have offensive line really good enough to show that Le'Veon, can run underneath them. We saw how great he was at Pittsburgh, but, when he went to the Jets, he really wasn't the same. Oh, what are we doing? Some cheating here by MJF. But I'm excited, with Brady and Gronk. I'm really liking the kind of the landscape for the Buccaneers moving forward. And if they really wanted the Pats to go tank for Trevor, lose for Lawrence, now the Bears or the Jags are going to get Trevor Lawrence. So I'm not sure if I really like the whole Cam deal. I mean, for Patriots long term, but they're definitely, oh, baby! What a move. Look at that swinging DDT. That was beautiful. But, I mean, they're definitely a top 6 team in the AFC now with Cam, and that's big facts. But I still have the Pats in second place in the AFC East underneath the Bills. I think the Bills are still better. Woo! Ring the bell, baby! Jurassic Express. Let's go. Oh, what a match. Pay-per-view quality on TNT. Let's go. Ruiz says, I put Stone Cold up there as well, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Stone Cold, The Rock, Hollywood Hogan, Ric Flair, Undertaker. I mean, you could have a lot of different guys. I mean, if you're looking at athleticism, there's not a lot of guys that were as athletic as RVD, and I watched him in ECW in his whole career. So, I mean, it all depends on guys that got pushes. If you're going, guys on accomplishments, John Cena is another guy that people hate. You know what I mean? But when he was, part of the Thugonomics, right? When he was part of the Thugonomics and he was wearing the throwback jerseys in the beginning, I loved him. You know what I mean? And then they did the whole kind of face thing for Cena. He should have ended up going heel and leading the new NWO, in my opinion, and that could have maybe got some ratings for him. But, I mean, everyone has their opinion on top 5 or Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. But, I'm a big guy. I've been watching since, 85, for NBA, NFL, wrestling in general. So, I mean, I have a little bit more under my belt, than most people. But I've always been a big Hollywood Hogan guy. Hulk Hogan, one thing. But when he went heel and went Hollywood Hogan, NWO, I mean, I'm NWO for life. I mean, I got all the jackets, all the gear, and I absolutely will never, ever stop repping the NWO. 2, sweet, baby. I love it. But wrestling definitely has taken a hit. It's not as good. The roster is not as good as it was in the past. But you could say that for the NBA in the 80s and 90s. You could say that for the NFL. You could say that for a lot of things. Baseball, it's just not as good as it was a few years back. But I really feel that AEW has got a fantastic product. And to be able to have a pay-per-view on TNT for week 1 and week 2, that's unheard of. Not charging anyone anything. And you're going to get better up-tempo wrestling. You're going to see better double-team moves. The action's going to be faster. You're going to see moves you're never going to see in WWE. So I really feel the only thing that you might see some similarity on AEW Dynamite or Fyter Fest or any AEW pay-per-view is you're going to be able to see some up-tempo, kind of like NXT once in a while with some of the people, Adam Cole, baby, and Keith Lee and some of the other, awesome wrestlers that they have on NXT. But it is what it is. Sarah Small in the building. What to do? Javon, he said, I live close to Randy Orton. Sarah Small stalking Randy Orton, the RKO. What to do, Sarah? I know you're excited for the Colts. I think a lot of people are excited to see their teams get into action. Today they broke some news saying that they were going to cut the preseason down to 2 games. I think they're going to cut out game 1 and game 4, or week 1 and week 4 of the preseason. The Hall of Fame game has been canceled. So we're getting to a point now where we know what we're kind of looking at, based off, a schedule. Players are going to get hurt. We're going to have a lot of significant injuries. So we'll have to kind of play that out and see how it goes. But, it is what it is. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party day 1, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here or patreon.com/NWSF or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I've been trying to pump out as much NFL coverage. I'll be doing, wrestling coverage, NBA when it comes back, Lucha Libre action. You know it, baby. Let's see here. Let me go through some. I just saw you, Lenny D. You put your top 5. I know Marcus did a podcast and, was going over top 5. And let me see, you got your top 5: Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz, Watson, Jackson. I don't count guys like Breeze, Rodgers, Big Ben, or Brady in the top 5 because they're already Hall of Famers. All right, but if we're going top 5 right now, who's playing in the league, my list will be completely different than most people's that are in the league. But by far, I would go Patrick Mahomes 1, Russell Wilson 2, Aaron Rodgers 3, Carson Wentz 4, definitely when healthy. And then I think there's a tie, for number 5. There's a few guys that could be in that mix. We got to see Big Ben's revenge tour and see how he looks. But I'm not really confident in saying who I really truly feel number 5 is. So I'll just leave it at that. Those are my top 4, and I think those 4 are significantly higher than any of the other quarterbacks in the league. I wouldn't put Lamar Jackson as a top 5 quarterback just yet. And I don't think Drew Brees at this point in his career is top 5. Tom Brady, even though he's on my Buccaneers, I wouldn't put him top 5 in the league right now either. Big Ben, I don't think I would put him top 5. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you could, I guess, say like Lamar Jackson, but I need to see a little bit more from him. But he's close. If he's not top 5, Lamar's got to be 6th, 7th. Obviously, especially after winning the MVP and whatnot. But that's just my opinion. So, but he's close. You know what I'm saying? Chafino, I know, Ravens flock, bro, I get it. But, on third down, right, and being able to get past teams where, you need to be able to come in the clutch and make those big plays. And if they shut down the running game with Mark Ingram, I don't think a lot of people are confident in him just yet, right, to be able to win the games for him. And that's okay. You don't have to be, that guy. And think about it. He was like the 5th quarterback taken. You know what I'm saying? So he's got a chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Where I really feel those guys are significantly higher than the rest of the quarterbacks in the league when healthy. You know what I mean? Like, if the game is on the line, I definitely trust Patrick Mahomes, right? Russell Wilson at 2, Aaron Rodgers at 3, Carson Wentz at 4, right? And then there's a few others, that you could debate that, stats wise and what they look at. You could go, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. If Big Ben is healthy, you could throw him in the mix. There's a lot of guys that you could kind of throw in there, but I feel significantly those 4, those 4 are by far greater than the rest. And even if the haters of Carson Wentz don't want to put him, in the top 4 or 5, right? You definitely know Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers today are the 3 best quarterbacks in the NFL. But I got to give Wentz his due, and that's me just looking at tape, watching footwork when guys stay healthy. There is significant differences between those 4 guys, Mahomes, Russell Wilson, right, Aaron Rodgers, and Carson Wentz, and then the rest below them. And there's going to be a few that will get closer to Carson Wentz, in my opinion, but that's just kind of how I feel, at this point. But even if you're not ranked 5 and Lamar Jackson is 6, 6th best quarterback, I mean, what does that really mean? You know what I mean? There's not really a lot of big difference between, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're all kind of in that same mix, just like top wide receivers. I mean, if you say who's a top 5 wide receiver, right, in the league, and you got guys like Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Odell Beckham, and a lot of these guys that are kind of similar, based off, talent. You already know you got, can't guard Michael Thomas, D-Hop, Julio. It was AB at the top, and those are like the top guys. But then after, there's a lot of people that can argue about, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, personally. So it all depends on what you're looking for, in a back. So that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I can come up with lists all day long, for top 5. But, I mean, me watching the film, me watching the tape, me reading 6-7 hours a day. I mean, I do more reading and tape watching on NFL Network and all the team websites and YouTube, I feel, than anybody on YouTube, period. Unless you're like an NFL scout or if you're working for an NFL franchise. I mean, I really put in the due diligence. But that's my personal opinion. Your boy knows. Okay, Penelope Ford with Kip Sabian. I'm excited to see this matchup for the females. The female division isn't as good in AEW as WWE, but WWE's been building it for fucking 20 years with the Diva, Revolution and everything that they got. but they're slowly going to steal some of that talent away. Ooh, look at that splits. Watch out now. This is a PG show. Come on, guys. Okay, Penelope, I see you. But the roster will get better, year in and year out on the female side. What do I think about the 49ers, Nighthawk says? I think they have a great chance to get to an NFC championship game again. They haven't lost too many pieces. Deebo Samuel out. Brandon Ayuk in, and he is going to be phenomenal. He's going to put up stats just like Deebo Samuel did last year. I think actually more. So I wouldn't be worried about the Niners. You lost a few pieces, in free agency, DeForest Buckner and whatnot. But you still have a key cogs, Eric Armstead. You still got Bosa. So I'm excited. You still got a good chunk of the crew there. But I wouldn't really. I mean, there might be a little bit of dip, in wins. That's natural from when you go to a Super Bowl, and then the next year you have a little bit of a decrease. But I still like them. Big facts. Bird Gang says Mahomes, Wilson, Brady, Breeze, and Wentz. See, I'm even a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, and we'll see, what he can do. I'm hoping that he'll play like a top 5 quarterback this season. But even if he's not and he's a top 12, that can get me to the playoffs. I mean, I don't need him to throw for 40 or 50 touchdowns or 40 or 50 or 4,000 or 5,000 yards. If I can get 25 to 35 touchdowns and keep the picks 15 and under, under 10 would be fantastic. But, we'll see. And you guys got a little running back list going on. CMC, Saquon, Zeke, Derrick Henry, Chubb. I definitely got Chubb in my top 5. But, it all depends on preference on what you like. Week in and week out and production and what you're going to be able to get. For me, it's probably... we'll have to see if Saquon can stay healthy, but CMC gets a lot of opportunities, in the screen game, and he gets a lot more touches, I feel, than Saquon, Zeke and some of these other guys. So, he's going to be a fantasy monster. But for me, how I would probably rank him, I'd probably go run CMC 1 for now going in. And then I'm not sure if I would have Saquon over Zeke. Zeke, to me, is really, even though I'm not a Cowboy fan, right, but I've always respected Zeke's game. And I think he's, one of those studs that, he eats very frequently. And a lot of times when he eats, the Cowboys win. When he doesn't eat, they typically lose or they struggle. But as far as consistency, I think he's a little bit more consistent than Saquon. And I feel that he doesn't get hurt as often as Saquon. We'll have to see this year. Hopefully Saquon doesn't miss a significant amount of time. But I would probably go, for me, I like run CMC 1. The popular choice would be Saquon Barkley 2. But I'll mix it up. I'll go Zeke 2, Saquon 3, and then I'd probably go Nick Chubb 4. And, I don't know. I know Derrick Henry is pretty nice, but I got to see if he can do it this year. And a guy that's not in the top 5 that I really like, that I think that's underrated, is Austin Eckler. I think that he could be a guy that's kind of like a poor man's run CMC. It just depends on how many looks he's going to get. Not a top 5 running back, but sometimes he'll play like a top 5 running back personally. That's just the footage that I've seen. Yeah, DeForest Buckner. Big move. Brady finally does have wide receivers. Aubrey Edwards just top kick Sabian. Get out of here. Woo! Nice high knee. Let's go. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, that's a nice 1-2 punch with Marlon Mack. A little thin at wide receiver for the Colts, Sarah Small. You need someone besides T-Y, right? But I like what Phillip has, in front of him. Oh yeah, Miles Sanders is great. Him and Josh Jacobs are the 2 most underrated running backs in the league. Facts. But I wouldn't put Miles Sanders or Josh Jacobs just yet in the top 5. We got to be able to see how healthy they are, if they can play the full season. But I definitely have both of those guys in my top 10, and that's facts. And sometimes it's good not to be in the top 5. Sometimes top 5 gets you in trouble. Being the number 1 pick or being a top 5 player, there's a lot of pressure. Sometimes guys fold under that pressure, so... Ooh, big kick. Nice suplex. German. 2. Let's go, baby. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day 1 live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. It'd be greatly appreciated. Who will be the first to show some love for the Northwest Sports Fanatics? And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page, right below it. And you can go to our GoFundMe, you can go to our Patreon, and you can donate right here and show some love. But we got some great matchups. We already saw Jurassic Express defeat MJF and Wardlow in the first match. Very exciting. It was popping off right from the start. You feel me? It was popping off. I love it. And then we still got Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. Cody Rhodes. Cody versus Jake Hager. And then my favorite match of the night that I can't wait to watch is going to be Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page, the tag champs, going against the Best Friends. And we'll see if Orange Cassidy freshly squeezes out there as well. So we'll have to see. Quick commercial break, and we're going to get back to the action here as well. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday. You feel me? I'm excited. We're getting closer and closer to some more NFL. Bird Gang has a list. CMC 1, Henry 2, Elliott 3, Barkley 4, and he said Cooks 5. Interesting. AEW's amazing. Damn right it is. Let's go, baby. Sarah Small says, I'm off till Monday from work. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go. What do you think about the Lakers? It's going to be kind of exciting to be able to see what's going to happen in the NBA personally. I mean, if the coronavirus and COVID-19 did not take effect, Lakers, Clippers, Bucks. I mean, that's really what was going to happen. I mean, did anyone really think anything else besides Lakers, Clippers, and Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis? I mean, those were the 3 teams that were really leading the pack. But now with COVID and some guys saying they want to play, some don't want to play, I mean, who knows? It could be a team that's a sleeper team that was sitting in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th place that might be able to overachieve and knock off some of these guys. Nathan Dotson said, sup, oh, Rizzle. What it do? How are you? Hopefully you're doing good. Chafino says, how do you feel about Patrick Queen? Love him. I love LSU players. Devin White on my Buccaneers, and there's plenty guys that are from LSU, Joe Burrow and a lot of others. You know, there's so many. There's so many that are going to dominate. And I feel that the Baltimore Ravens with Ozzie Newsome, even though he's not fully in charge, you know, like he was before, they always hit on their picks. And I feel that they've significantly built that franchise not only to surround Lamar with talent, right, but every defensive guy, and they brought in Calais Campbell, fantastic. But Patrick Queen, anytime you pick 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, you want to get the most value out of that pick. And I feel that every year the Ravens always impress me. You know, Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown, or if they end up going for an offensive lineman. I mean, they got studs everywhere. And they built the team around Lamar Jackson. And honestly, even if I don't have Lamar necessarily, maybe he's number 5, number 6, you know, right in that range, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't matter. I still think the Ravens have a great chance to get to the Super Bowl this season. They're going to be the biggest threat to the Chiefs. 2. And I think that in the next 6 years, the Ravens will go to 1 or 2 Super Bowls, maybe win 1, lose 1, but they're going to have to beat out the Chiefs or the Titans or, you know, one of the powerhouse teams, the Bills, you know, to be able to get there. But I like their chances, and I think that the rivalry between the Ravens and Chiefs is going to be the new Super Bowl. Because that matchup, to me, is going to be more exciting. Ravens-Chiefs in AFC Championship game between maybe the Ravens and whoever they play in the NFC in the Super Bowl, or if the Chiefs and whoever they play. I just feel that matchup with Mahomes and Lamar, to me, is the most exciting matchup in football, personally. I don't know if there's any other matchup in the NFC that is exciting as Mahomes and Lamar one-on-one, or Ravens versus Chiefs, personally. So we'll see. Hopefully some of these other teams can kind of take off and catch up. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day one, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Please do. Even $1 helps. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Your boy is sweating over here. I had to unplug my AC to get my power cord in here for all the computer equipment. So I got the fan going, but it's not really doing a whole lot of justice over here. Ooh, here we go. Penelope Ford. Ooh! Backbreaker. Right on the knee. 1, 2, 2. Yeah, and AK-41, Alvin Kamara. You know what I mean? He was injured all last season as well. And you know what I mean? And so it all depends on personal feeling. 1, oh, reversal, 1, 2, 2. But I think for me, to be honest, as I think about it now, and as I think about running backs in the league, right? So, you know, if I have to go back and scroll up just to kind of give you my personal feeling. So I'll go run CMC 1, right? I'll go Zeke 2, Saquon 3, and then I'll go Nick Chubb 4. But to be honest, you know who my number 5 is? And not a lot of people will probably agree, disagree. I got to go with Mark Ingram. I love him. I feel that Mark Ingram is one of those guys that, you know, to me, he doesn't get enough love. You know, when he plays great, you know, he makes everything roll for the Ravens. And, you know, Derrick Henry's nice. I love him too. And AK-41, I love him too. And there's a lot of other guys that you could sprinkle in. You know, I like Austin Eckler. I mean, there's a lot of other guys, but I really do like Mark Ingram a lot. And like I said, you got to see his stats. And ever since he left the Saints really haven't been the same. I mean, Latavius Murray, right, is a pretty good player, a change of pace back, you know, kind of guy. But him and AK-41 wasn't as dominant as Mark Ingram and AK-41. That was special. That was one of the best duos and tandems that we've seen. And go back and look at the stats on Mark Ingram and what he did. I'm just saying. But I like Chubb a lot, and a lot of people don't think Chubb's a top 5 running back, but I do. But that's just me personally. And like I said, I watch the tape. You know what I mean? I know what I see. And a lot of success that the Ravens had in the last couple years, it was because of Mark Ingram. Let's not deny that. 2. See? Chifino, you know, I call it how I see it. You know, you got a great running back in Mark Ingram that doesn't get a lot of love because he's not a huge, big, popular name, right? People remember him. They remember when he went to Bama and accomplishments and trophies that he got, you know, but they don't really give him the recognition that I feel that he deserves, you know. Anyone can give CMC and Saquon and Zeke all the love, but besides those 3, you know, it depends on personal style and what you like. Henry, the bruiser back, and a few of those other ones. Yes, Javon, I did. But you think Cam Newton is the best player of all time. So, you know what I mean? Everyone has their own opinion. Big kick to the back of the neck. But that's my personal opinion. And if you don't think Ingram's top 5 just because you want to be a guy that just listens to ESPN and you're a follower, not a leader, you know, anyone can be a follower and just watch, you know, Skip and Shannon and just copycat what anybody else says. But I like to watch the tape and make my own opinion. You know what I mean? I don't listen to anybody else. So Ingram is a bruiser. I love him. Very underrated. Austin Eckler is another guy that I don't think that gets enough love, and I love him too. I think he can have a great season. Another guy that's underrated, Chris Carson, you know, for the Seahawks. You know, he's underrated. Woo! Ring the bell. Let's go. Still champion. Hikaru Shida. Still the AEW Women's Champion. Woo! It was like a Drew McIntyre right there. Right to the face, baby. But, you know, everyone has their style and their opinions. You know, anyone can just feed off, you know, Colin Cowherd or ESPN or SportsCenter. But I don't do that. I call it right down the middle. You know what I mean? I don't have any bias. I just like to see what I see on tape. You know, I see how that player, you know, plays with the other people on the team, you know, what he means to the team, the production and what he does. And I think that Mark Ingram has never got the respect that he really deserves, in the league. And really, what's the difference between being 5th best running back and 9th best or 8th best or 7th best or 6th best running back? There's not a lot of difference. You know what I mean? There might be the top 3, in the league, top 4, just like quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and then you have your second tier of going from elite to great, right? But what's really the big difference? Not a lot. A little bit of wiggle room. Would I trade for Julian Edelman for more chemistry on the offense? Obviously, if that was something that, was available, hell yeah, I would take Edelman, to have an extra piece there. But I think with Mike Evans and Godwin, people don't realize how good Chris Godwin is. People don't realize how good Michael Gallup is, for the Cowboys. And these guys that are kind of overshadowed as number 2 wide receivers that could be number 1 wide receivers on another team. So, for me, I don't really need them. I got Gronk, I got O.J. Howard, I got Cameron Brate, and then with the rookies that I brought in, Tyler Johnson from Minnesota, he could be kind of like that next sleeper guy. And other guys, KJ Hamler, that's on Denver, and these other guys that Penn State guys and guys that are kind of sleeper wide receivers that people don't really take a quick look at right away. Miles Sanders, another guy. But I feel like Penn State players, other than Saquon Barkley as the justified superstar, those other guys don't really get the looks in the pub, but Chris Godwin is starting to. Miles Sanders and some of these other guys are starting to, and that's what I absolutely love. KGR Kid, starting it off, baby. $2 donation. Early, happy 4th of July. Appreciate you, man, to start it off. Who will be next to show some love for your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics? Right here, AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day 1, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy like KGR Kid did. $2, baby. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Gang, gang, gang. Representing the Northwest out here. So we already seen Jurassic Express defeat MJF and Wardlow in the first match. And then we seen the Women's Championship being retained over Penelope Ford. So Penelope Ford put up a good fight. But the champ is here, and she will stay the champ. And then now we got the cream of the crop. The other, I believe, 3 or 4 matches that are left. Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz will be a knuckle it up, knuck if you buck kind of match. I can't wait for that. But the 2 main ones that should be really the highlight of the show, Cody Rhodes, a.k.a. Stardust from WWE days, versus Jake Hager, if you remember him, from WWF WWE. They never really gave him a fair shot when he was in WWE, Jake Hager. And anybody that knows wrestling, what was Jake Hager's name in WWF/WWE? Come on now. That should be an easy one for you. Odin's Child in the building. And then Kenny Omega, my favorite wrestler, besides the Young Bucks as a tag team. And Adam Hangman Page versus the Best Friends. And hopefully Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed, is in the building as well. What to do? But we've been talking NFL in here. We've been talking, like we always do, we've been talking wrestling, a little WWE, how I feel that Raw, SmackDown has fell off. NXT is barely hanging on. I love me some Keith Lee and Adam Cole, baby! But AEW is lit. AEW is doing a Fyter Fest 2020 live stream pay-per-view, day 1 on TNT for free. And they're going to do day 2 next Wednesday on July 8th, and it's going to be lit. I can't wait. Moxley and all the other matchups, woo! It's going to be fire. Let's go. Saints Bucks week 1. I know it's your birthday too, Nola. It would be a shame if the Bucks go into the dome and just punch Breeze in the mouth. Or if Breeze gets knocked off, and just gets beat up by one of my guys, JPP or Ndamukong Suh, and then Jameis has to come in. Can you imagine? I don't want that to happen, though. I want Breeze to be healthy for the full season. And I want to be able to fight with you guys all the way to the end. Jack Swagger. There you go. We the people. There you go. There you go. At least I know some of y'all remember watching him. He never got a fair shot. Look at his girlfriend and wife. She's hot. Hello. And I love me, the Inner Circle with Chris Jericho. One of the best factions that's going on right now. Love it. Thoughts on Otis? Otis who? Bird Gang? Otis who? Be more specific. J.R. Smith signed with the Lakers. Yeah, but he's on his last leg. What has he got left? We'll see. I'm telling you, I bet we split Saints and Bucks. I might not beat you in the Dome week 1, but I got a favorable schedule, and then you guys on the road week 1, right? The Bucks going to the Saints, and then they got the Packers in week 6. So if somehow, some way, if I can go 4-2, 5-1, watch out. My Bucks are coming, baby. Eric Redbeard, enough said. Odin's Child, my boy. Let's go. AEW Fyter Fest. Otis, Money in the Bank SmackDown. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, I'll be very honest with you. Ever since the fans have left SmackDown, Raw, I used to watch every Raw and every SmackDown for like 20 years straight, right? I've been kind of fast-forwarding through it and not really paying a whole lot of attention to it like I do with AEW. Cody Rhodes, baby, because the presentation is better for AEW. The announcing is better. The wrestling is better. It's more up-tempo. Everything is better about AEW. So honestly, I've lost a lot of interest in SmackDown and Raw, and I'll still take a peek at NXT, but I've even lost a little interest in NXT. So their presentation with no fans is nowhere near AEW's. AEW's is much better. And I feel that their fan base is kind of like ECW, WCW, which is more hardcore. And I've always been more of an ECW, RVD, Sabu, Paul Heyman kind of guy. You know what I mean? I've always been Paul E. Dangerously. You know what I mean? Lance Storm, Mike Awesome, Masato Tanaka, Tajiri. And then we're going with WCW, Psychosis, and all the rest. You know, but Cruiserweight division on lock, you feel me? But I've always been more of an ECW, WCW guy because I like more of the faster, up-tempo wrestling. I like the unique movesets. I like double team moves. WWF and WWE has always been too slow for me. The only thing really awesome about WWF and WWE in the past, you know, The Rock, right? The Rock says Stone Cold, Mankind, Undertaker, DX, right? Razor Ramon, but I mean, a lot of that stuff was in the past. I mean, they haven't really had anything significant since DX in a long time, or Stone Cold or The Rock. So, I mean, that's just my personal feeling. But I just feel that the overall quality of wrestling, announcing, you know, everything has just gone way downhill in WWE. I mean, I'm really, really losing a lot of respect for them. And it sucks, though, as a wrestling fan, because I never thought I would not want to watch Raw every Monday, or not want to watch SmackDown, or not be excited for NXT. You know, but I do get excited for AEW. That's my shit. You know what I mean? That's my personality, and I feel a lot of ECW in it, and that's why I love it so much. Hardcore wrestling at its finest. Odin's Child, $10 donation. Let's go, baby. Cody, the American Nightmare. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Love me some Cody. And the cool thing about Cody Rhodes, a.k.a. Stardust, that shitty-ass gimmick he got from Vince and WWE, his little weight belt that he has around his waist, he throws that in the crowd when the fans come back. Imagine getting that piece in the crowd. To me, that's the most valuable, coolest piece of memorabilia that you're going to get from any wrestler. I mean, unless you got something from like Kenny Omega, you know, or maybe the Young Bucks. But as far as that weight belt, you know, to get that thrown in the crowd and grab it, I mean, I don't know if it gets any better than that. I'm a big Cody supporter. You know, I've always been a big, you know, Dusty Rhodes fan, Goldust fan, Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? I've always been about the Rhodes family. And, I mean, by far, that would be the coolest item as far as memorabilia is concerned. It'd be like getting an NFL football or getting a foul ball at a game, or, you know, getting something of that nature. You know, that would be very exclusive. And then meeting him later and then getting that autographed, I mean, that would be just so icy. Man, I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. Adam Cole, baby! Love me some Adam Cole. Like I said, I went to NXT TakeOver Portland and got to see those guys up close and personal. I got to have a little dap handshake and talk with Keith Lee when he went against Dijakovic in that awesome first match. Got to see all the guys, you know, and Adam Cole and the squad. So, I mean, there's a few amazing pieces. I love Velveteen Dream. So there's certain guys that I do really love. Big Keith Lee fan, huge Keith Lee fan, big Adam Cole fan, but Adam Cole's a little undersized. You know what I mean? It just depends on who really they want to give the push personally moving forward. Ricochet's great. Aleister Black. I mean, they didn't really push those guys the right way. Do you think the XFL will make a comeback after the pandemic? Well, I know Oliver Luck, Andrew Luck's dad, had some issues with Vince, and they had something special there. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. It was better than the Alliance League that we had before that. So, I mean, I hope it comes back. Give us an opportunity to watch a little more. Cody with a nice little side headlock. JCW is awesome, baby, Odin Child says. I got to get in that, man. What do I think about the Niners versus the Saints? As far as NFC Championship game, it's possible. But let's not forget about the Buccaneers or the Eagles or the Cowboys or the Seahawks or the Cardinals or the Rams or the Packers or the Lions. I mean, there's so many other teams, that are out there. Look at Javon trolling again. Come on, man. You couldn't even go 16-0 even if you had Cam Newton, Teddy Two Gloves, Luke Kuechly, Run CMC. Even if Steve Smith came back, right, and you had him, Mushin Muhammad, you could have a dream team. You still wouldn't go 16-0, my guy. But they did have a nice roster that they built for quite a few years. Just saying. Bring back Jake Delhomme. Bring back Jake Delhomme. I actually like Jake Delhomme. When they ended up going to the Super Bowl, I was rooting for the Panthers. The year after, the Buccaneers ended up getting the Super Bowl against the Raiders with John Gruden. And when the Panthers played, God, they were close. You know what I mean? And you got to think that the Pats beat the Rams, the Panthers, and the Eagles all by 3. That's heartbreaking. The Eagles could have had that one with T.O. Panthers could have had that championship because they were closer in that game rather than the Cam Newton year when they played Denver with Peyton Manning and Von Miller because that was just on a different level. But Julio Jones, yeah. That shit happens, though. Julio Jones has been a top 5 wide receiver his whole career. He doesn't score enough touchdowns for me to put him number 1 or number 2. But you could definitely argue 3, 4. He deserves to be in that conversation. But I was really rooting for him. Like the Rams. And, the Rams already won in 99. Cody, high risk! Off the top, baby! The greatest show on turf. We didn't really know what was going to happen, but then you had the whole, bombing in New York and the Patriot way, and it was almost like fitting, that the Patriots and Tom Brady, ended up winning. They came up clutch, in 01. Bucks got their Super Bowl in 02, but I was really, really, honestly, even though the Panthers are the Bucks' number 1 rival, I always, kind of rooted for them to play well, and I usually root for the teams in the NFC South to do well. Not when they play me. But I like to be able to see the division be strong and whoop ass on the other divisions. I like to see the Falcons whoop ass. And when they ended up going to the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, I didn't think that was going to happen. That was definitely unexpected. When Cam went 15-1, I didn't think that shit was going to happen. That was unexpected. When the Saints ended up going to the Bowl, you had Jeremy Shockey and a few X Factor pieces where I knew they were going to win. You know what I mean? With the pieces that they had. But, I always call it how I see it. So... not a hater. Just call it right down the middle, baby. I said, you like the Panthers and Saints, but fuck the Falcons. He says, yeah, I don't got really a lot of love for the Falcons. There's not a lot of... Falcons fans, we were really high on the channel a few years ago, maybe around that Super Bowl year, maybe a year before, the Super Bowl year and a year after, but a lot of them have disappeared, But they got new uniforms now, right? So maybe I saw a picture of Julio Jones in his new uniform, so maybe they'll be able to, have some type of magic that they can have with Matt Ryan, and Todd Gurley's there, so you never know what he might be able to do. But I do think Calvin Ridley's going to have a breakout season, kind of like DK Metcalf, Cooper Kupp. I'll be doing a video where I can do kind of like my breakout, wide receivers or, guys that you might not think that will have a fantastic year, guys that I really think that can really show out. I think DJ Moore's great, Curtis Samuel, all kidding aside, with the Panthers and Javon. There's a lot of pieces on the Panthers that I do admire and I do like. It's just a matter of if they get enough reps, with Teddy Two Gloves. But not having Luke Kuechly there, that hurts. That hurts more than Cam Newton because that was your best player. And that's, I don't know, a lot of people will Panther fans in general if they say Cam is the best player. No, Luke Kuechly was the best player the Panthers, in my opinion, have ever had. You know, he was one of those guys, a leader on and off the field. Cam was great for what he did, don't get me wrong. But Luke Kuechly's impact on that defensive side of the ball, you ended up bringing in Derek Brown from Auburn, who's a force. He could be a Ndamukong Suh-ish kind of guy up the middle. But, I mean, the defense is never going to be the same like it was a few years back. You remember like when Josh Norman was in his prime and he was there. I mean, God, that defense has really changed, over the years. But we'll see where it goes. Yeah, Kuechly is the GOAT. Yeah, you think so, Odin's Child? Chris Jones, I think Chris Jones is worth $20 million. I don't think the Chiefs are going to pay him. Where do you think he will end up? I'm thinking the Seahawks. Well, it all depends with Jadeveon Clowney and all the other pieces. That might be Everson Griffin was kind of, maybe rumored to get on the cheap. People are just kind of waiting for the other dominoes to fall. Me personally, if you want to go back to back, right, you pay Chris Jones the $20 million. I think as far as pass rushers, I would put him top 5 in the NFL. Personally, I mean, if you didn't have Chris Jones, you wouldn't have won the Super Bowl. Yeah, you have to have Mahomes, and you had a nice solid running game with all the pieces, Darwin Thompson and Damian Williams and a lot of the other guys, and Sammy Watkins and Tyreek the Freak Hill and Travis Kelce, Mitchell Schwartz, one of the best tackles in the league, especially at the right side of the line, right? But Frank Clark, Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and Chris Jones, I don't know if it gets any better than those three guys. I mean, as far as a trio is concerned, those are three of the best players at their positions, period. To me, Honey Badger, in the NFL is a top 5 safety in the NFL. If you don't want to put him top 5, you could put him top 7, but I think he's a top 5 safety. There's other guys like Kevin Byard, Jamal Adams, Derwin James that you could put ahead of him, but he's just got that LSU pimpness, that fly iciness about him where he can punch out the football like Charles Peanut Tillman, but he gives you a lot more than just swag. He gives you leadership, and he makes plays. He's a game changer. He's a game breaker. So I really do love me some Honey Badger. Chris Jones, I would put him as a top 5 pass rusher in the league. There's a lot of other guys, Cameron Hayward, and lots of guys that are out there that you can give love to. Cameron Jordan, Von Miller, and Khalil Mack. I mean, the list goes on and on and on for guys that can pass rush. Shaq Barrett overachieved, and who would have thought that he would have had 19 and a half sacks? But Frank Clark is another guy. When he was on the Seahawks, very important to Russell Wilson's defense, because they got Bobby Wagner. He was the best middle linebacker in football besides Luke Kuechly. Kuechly's gone. Bobby Wagner is the best middle in the NFL, period, right? But not to have that Frank Clark, that edge presence. I mean, that's where the Eagles and some of these other teams where you saw the matchups, with other teams in the playoffs and other NFC competitors to the Seahawks, losing Frank Clark was huge for the Seahawks. They've never really been the same. And then the Chiefs, you saw what they did with guys like that. I mean, I like Frank Clark more than Clowney. I like Chris Jones more than Clowney, personally. But I would pay him the money if you want to go back-to-back. I mean, if you want to try to make history, I still think the Chiefs could be, winning 3, 4, 5, 6 Lombardis with Mahomes there. And if you can keep a lot of the squad intact, I think Mahomes could go down in history as the best quarterback of all time when it's said and done, as long as he doesn't have any significant injuries. If he plays 15 to 20 years, I think he can match Brady, in wins and Super Bowls. I really think that he's that good. And I'm a Joe Montana guy. So, you got Tom Brady, you got Joe Montana, Peyton Manning winning, one with the Colts, one with, Denver, Drew Brees. If you're talking about like Mount Rushmore guys, John Elway, right? But I think Patrick Mahomes is one of those guys that I think that definitely can get up there with the Montana and Tom Brady conversation. 4 Super Bowls or more, I think that's definitely doable. You might lose a few to the Ravens, AFC championship games, and the Ravens might get a Super Bowl or 2 before Lamar Jackson's run is over, because I love the way that team is built as well. And then you got other teams like Drew Brees and the Saints that are trying to, cash in on that magic before, Drew Brees leaves the game. So we'll see. Levante David, that's my favorite player in the NFL, my guy. But Bobby Wagner's the best. Levante plays more outside, though. I mean, they rotate him in coverage. Devin White from LSU is more of my middle. Sometimes Levante will play middle, but it's more outside, especially since Devin White is there now. But my favorite player of all time is Derek Brooks. So Cody Rhodes. Jake Hager. Woo! Big pop. Nice. Let's go. Jericho on the mic. Love him. There's certain guys on the mic that are just great. The Miz could be a full-time announcer when he's done wrestling. Jericho's great. 2. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party. Day 1 live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here or through patreon.com or through the GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch link is below every video on our YouTube page. 2. Get that shoulder up, Cody. Let's go. We saw Jurassic Express defeat MJF and Wardlow. The female championship has been retained, even though Penelope Ford put up a good fight. And then obviously we have this Cody versus Jake Hager matchup, which is exciting. And then we still got Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. And the best one of the night, Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page, one of the best tag teams in the world, versus the Best Friends, even though I do like the Young Bucks as well. That's my favorite tag team in wrestling right now, the Young Bucks. But Kenny Omega, 2, is my favorite wrestler in the business. The Miz is a GOAT. You know what I mean? Miz is one of those guys that, you know, to be on MTV, you know, like Road Rules, Real World, and to be able to be in the wrestling business and to be able to be one of the top 5 guys in wrestling on the mic, he's great. Great heel, great, you know, mic skills. Great wrestler, very underappreciated. I feel, you know, when it's all said and done, he'll never get the love that he deserves. But I really do admire The Miz, and you need heels that, you know, can be a face, you know, at the opportunity depending on who he goes against. Jericho's another one of those guys. Never really got the full appreciation and the love that they deserve to be great wrestlers, but to be great on the mic. Fantastic on the mic, Miz and Jericho. But I'm, you know, like I said, I've been watching wrestling since '85, so it is what it is. But if you end up paying Chris Jones, you're going to be in cap hell. You know what I'm saying? Odin's Child, my guy, love you, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for the donation, my brother. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Javon, definitely. It's tough. Yeah, but if you really want to be, I mean, you can still repeat. Woo, big slap. You can repeat without Chris Jones, but I think Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Honey Badger, I mean, that's a key. You need those guys, especially with Eric Bieniemy there calling plays for the offense. Oh! There we go. Oh, Hager. Oh! Cody. Oh, baby, ring the bell. Woo! Hager thinks he won. Didn't Cody win? Yeah, baby. Rhodes, baby. Good pay-per-view so far. Great matchups, great wrestling, good intensity. And like I said, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get home in time to be able to get this set up. But I love me some AEW, and for them to be able to do a pay-per-view for free on TNT. Week 1 with these matchups, these 5 matchups, and then week 2, July 8th on TNT for free. I'm definitely going to be live streaming day 2, next week's pay-per-view, the continuation of Fyter Fest. Absolutely. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party day 1 live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Appreciate every single one of y'all. We can talk NFL, NBA, college football. You want to talk about WWE, WWF, AEW. Nothing is off limits, and that is facts. But I appreciate every single one of y'all that stopped in. I ended up donating to your boy, chatting with me, and we got a little bit more time left before the pay-per-view is over. A few great matches left, which I can't wait for. Let me see here how much time we got left. So it looks like we got another about 50 minutes. So we'll see Private Party and Santana and Ortiz might be maybe a 20 minutes or less. And then obviously with the Adam Hangman Page and Best Friends, that should be 20 to 30 to kind of close out the show. So I can't wait. Should be great. But I hope everyone is doing fantastic and having a great Wednesday. Like I said, I have the AC off right now, so it's hot as hell in my room right now. I got the fan full blast, but it's still not really doing the job. As soon as the pay-per-view is over, you best believe I'll be turning on the AC full blast to get comfortable. But I figured, you know what? AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party, day one live reactions. I have to do it, because I'd just be sitting on the couch or the bed watching it anyways. And I live on the West Coast, for a lot of y'all that don't know, in Oregon, so I don't get this live. I'd have to get the TNT app activated and then watch the East Coast feed, which is the live stream, because here on the West Coast, we don't even get it until 8 p.m., which would already be a replay at that point. So, but that's all right, I got to be able to take advantage of the TNT app because a lot of apps don't let you get the East Coast feed. So I'm really blessed that I can watch it live and watch it with y'all. But I hope everyone is doing good. And, like I said, I'll be putting out more NFL, videos, more NFL live streams. I'll be doing quite a few of those, top fives and top tens and kind of different, original show ideas that I'll be putting that out. And then as we get closer and closer to NBA opening up and MLB opening up, I'll be doing some reaction videos to some of the games. And also I'll be doing some live streams for hopefully Sunday Night Baseball for some Dodger matchups, Mariner matchups for me and my dad, because those are the teams that we follow and love. And then obviously Lakers, Clippers, Milwaukee Bucks, my Blazers, Rip City, and all the rest, any of the matchups that are available. Zion, Ja Morant. I want to be able to try to do as much as I can. So. And that's facts. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party day one live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. All right, we're on a commercial break here. I wish I could go get some food or something to drink, but it's all right. I'm going to keep watching. I'm ready. I am ready for the next match to start. So we got Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz up, possibly next. And then we got Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page, the champs, the tag champs of AEW, going against the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed. Thor Ragnarok. Okay. I see a TNT. They've been putting out some good movies and good shows lately. Okay, here we go. Freshly squeezed, baby. I guess they're going to do that matchup. Love me some Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy. Jericho. Who do I got winning the finals when B-Ball comes back? Clips in 6. Very possible. Lakers, Clippers, Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, those were the favorite teams. But with all this time off, with guys being out of shape and maybe some stars not playing, afraid of coronavirus and COVID-19 and not wanting to go to Orlando and being kind of in a bubble, not being able to see their family and friends. I mean, there could be some surprise teams that end up making it. Teams that you wouldn't think that would make it just because the chemistry is maybe better with those teams. Maybe those teams stayed in shape a little bit better than the powerhouse team. So I wouldn't be surprised if anybody wins the championship this year. I mean, it could be anyone. It could be the Houston Rockets. It could be the Celtics. I mean, it could literally be anybody. I mean, no one really knows. There's definitely going to be an asterisk. Santana and Ortiz. Oh, hello. Look at those girls. Orange Cassidy on standby. Jericho. Love me some Chris Jericho. Santana and Ortiz versus Private Party. This should be good. AEW Fyter Fest 2020. Live stream, watch party, day one, pay-per-view, live reactions. It's on TNT. Turn on your TV with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Let's go, baby. Private Party. It's the Hardy Party. All right, Matt Hardy. This is kind of the equivalent to WWE's version of Private Party. Comment below if you know who I'm talking about. Who are the champs in WWE? Who are the ones that kind of have a similar gimmick to Private Party? Comment below if you know who I'm talking about. This should be a good fisticuffs kind of matchup. Punch each other in the mouth kind of matchup. But there'll be some high flying here as well. I'm excited. Private Party with Matt Hardy versus Santana and Ortiz. Let's go. Street Profits, thank you. I knew at least someone would be able to comment below. That's a pretty easy one. But they're very similar. I mean, if you look at their gimmick, the style, the swag. There you go. Remember the time, 92. Appreciate you very much. There we go. Both tag teams got the swag. Obviously, Street Profits got more of the push. You know what I mean? They got a little bit more push from Vince. But a very similar gimmick through AEW. But I definitely like Private Party. Very athletic as well. All right, here we go. Ring the bell, baby. Let's go. Jericho, Orange Cassidy, Moxley, Brian Cage. Woo, baby. There's going to be some sweet matchups next week for day 2, next Wednesday, July 8th, the continuation of Fyter Fest. Ooh, one free shot. Okay. He said one punch to the face. Ooh, there we go. Fast-paced. Let's go, baby. And I love me some Inner Circle. One of the woo! Nice high-flying kick. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Look at this double team move. Oh, baby! Let's go. Definitely see that Matt Hardy influence. Let's go. Love the high flying. It's a Hardy party, baby. Let's go. Nice tag. All right, Mark Quinn, let me see what you got. Oh, baby! Woo! Look at the athleticism. Love it. All right, got him back into the corner. Oh, it's Seguri. 1, 2, 2. Let's go. All right, ground and pound. Private Party, baby. Let's go. Le Champion. Woo! Big chop. Yeah, too bad with Sammy Guevara and his comments about Sasha Banks. Otherwise, we would have had him in the pay-per-view mix. So hopefully, I know he's suspended indefinitely. That's one of the bright stars in AEW as well. So hopefully we get to see him back in action sooner than later. Oh, what a move. A little submission. A little octopus hold. Okay. Let's go. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream. Watch party. Day one live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. So far, the action's been great. I mean, to get a pay-per-view quality show on, cable television on TNT, not only for 1 week, but then to be able to do it for week one, this Wednesday, July 1st, and then to do it again on July 8th. I'm super excited. Next week's going to be fire. Moxley and Brian Cage should be super lit, but I am excited about this Kenny Omega at Hangman Page versus Best Friends. Should be pretty exciting as well. Javon says, I missed the last stream. What did you have to say about Cam to the Pats? We got to go back and watch it, my guy. I got a nice 2-hour stream that we put in. A lot of work. Great donations in that stream. Like I said, for me, I like it and I hate it at the same time. If I'm the Patriots, right, if you would have stuck with Stidham at quarterback, then you would have been in the running, right, to be in contention for tank for Trevor, lose for Lawrence. Because I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be one of those guys that could really take over whatever team that they go to after he plays his last season in Clemson this year. I like Trevor Lawrence's potential more than Justin Herbert from my Oregon Ducks, Tua Tagovailoa from Bama, or even Joe Burrow. So, I mean, I know the Dolphins and Tua, Burrow and the Bengals, and Herbert and the Chargers will end up being great at some point, right? But I really love Trevor Lawrence. So now, with them getting Cam, they're a top 6 team in the AFC. They have a great chance to do some damage and try to get to the AFC championship game. I think that the Chiefs are better. I think that the Ravens are better. The Bills are better. But you could probably put the Patriots as the 4th best team. There'll be other teams like the Titans and the Steelers and a few others that'll be in that 4, 5, 6 range, as being best in the AFC. But I mean, if you would have not went for Cam, I mean, you could have had a potential chance to be able to just tank this season, have a bad season, be a top 5 pick, and grab Trevor Lawrence. But now it's going to be the Bears or the Jags, I feel, that will land Trevor Lawrence because both of those teams will tank. They'll play bad this season. Doesn't matter if it's Trubisky or Nick Foles or Gardner Minshew. And then whatever, team ends up getting that spot and they get Trevor Lawrence, I mean, they're going to be really feeling good about themselves. It'll be like an Andrew Luck-ish kind of guy, moving forward, hopefully with, no early retirement from Trevor Lawrence, because I really love his moxie, his skill set. I mean, he's got everything you would want in a starting quarterback. We just got to wait 1 more year for him. So, yeah, but there's a lot of great information that I discuss in there. And like I said, you can go and watch that at any point, even if you want to do it right now. Javon, my guy. Got lots of videos, lots of live streams. I mean, we're approaching that 900 to 1,000. It's going to be coming up sooner than later. So I think we're getting close to 900 shows or live streams that we've done on the channel since we've started. And then that'll turn into 1,000 real quick. Nice little submission here. Santana and Ortiz. Tag is made. Woo! Knife edge chop to the chest. Santana in there. Ortiz just left. Let's go. AEW Fyter Fest 2020. Orange Cassidy is not impressed. Freshly squeezed. Sitting close to Jericho. They'll probably duke it out after this match is over. Get that tag. There we go. Here we go. Nice counter. Forearms to the face. Let's go. Woo! How many shots did he take? Like 10? Ooh, counter. Try to get him with a stunner. Woo! Good back elbow. Oh, what do we got here? Woo-hoo! Nice high risk right there. Let's go. the Twister. Private Party. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day one, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy. Ooh, Senton from the top. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. 2. Started the night off with Jurassic Express going against MJF and Wardlow, getting the dub. Penelope Ford came just short of taking the women's championship from the champ. And then we saw Cody versus Jake Hager in a great matchup as well. And then we got Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. And then the match that I'm waiting for, Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page versus the Best Friends, coming up later. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at this high-risk maneuver. Ooh, on the top rope, too. Oh, top rope! Tiger Bomb. Oh, here we go. Ooh. What a counter. Oh! Let's go. Ooh! Great double team move right there by Santana and Ortiz. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day one, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Great pay-per-view so far for day one. Okay, let's go. Jericho on the mic, doing his thing. Oh, Matt Hardy. Ooh. 2. Ooh. Big kick. All right, going to the top rope. Little double team move here. Oh, baby, high risk. Oh, inner circle. Cannot capitalize. Oh! Woo! Ooh, Hurricane Rana. Oh, to the RKO! 1, 2. Woo! Hurricane Rana to the RKO. Let's go. Private Party with the dub. What a match. Let's go. Love it. Santana and Ortiz. They don't look happy. It's a Hardy party, baby. Matt Hardy. Private Party. Great job. That was a good match. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day one, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Yeah, Private Party is improving. I mean, they're not as good as the Street Profits. Obviously you have one wrestler that's a little bit more athletic than the other. In Street Profits, they got a little bit more of a push. But they're coming along. That Hurricane Rana to that RKO at the end. Pretty exciting, man. They're getting there. Orange Cassidy versus Jericho. Jericho. Oh, man. And I think we got one last match left. We got the Kenny Omega versus Adam Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, the tag champs versus the best friends. Jericho is amazing. You know, even though he's older, his body isn't all steroided up like it was, you know, in years past. But as far as mic skills, you know, and just an overall wrestler in his career, he's a legend. You know, you could argue that, you know, Jericho is a top 10 wrestler of all time. I mean, his career has gone through WWF to ECW to WCW to AEW. I mean, it's an amazing career that Jericho has had. I absolutely love him. And he could be one of those guys like The Miz who could, you know, extend his career on the mic if he chooses to. It's totally up to him, though. All right, man, we're getting to the real cream of the crop, the match that I've been waiting for. I mean, if the Young Bucks were on tonight, then I'd be really excited. But I love me some Kenny Omega. He is my favorite wrestler in the business out of any federation that's wrestling right now, regardless if it's, you know, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Even though I'm a big Keith Lee guy, love Adam Cole, baby, love him as well. But Kenny Omega, I feel he really brings it week in and week out. Love him. Love me some Young Bucks as well. So AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. We're getting close to the last match of the night of pay-per-view day one, and I'm excited. I mean, it's been overall a nice quality free pay-per-view, you know, especially for something that, you know, they would have had to charge, or they could have had people, you know, pay, you know, $25, $35, $45, $50, you know, but to squeeze it all in and to be able to have day one and then to be able to have, you know, week two, day two next Wednesday, you know, to have Brian Cage and Moxley and to have a few other matchups, Orange Cassidy and Jericho and a few others. It's going to be great. You know what I mean? And it's free. I mean, you can't beat free. And it's just on TNT. I mean, what else is on right now? You can't watch MLB. There's no live MLB right now. There's no, you know, NBA that's on, you know. Why not? And if you want to, you know, watch NXT, you could always watch that, you know, later on after the pay-per-view. Plus, NXT is kind of taking a little bit of a dip. I still like NXT, you know, probably second. So it's like AEW Dynamite 1, NXT, you know, obviously 2 on Wednesday. And then I'm not really liking Raw or SmackDown anymore. You know, it's like sometimes I won't even watch it, which is kind of sad since I always watched Raw and SmackDown almost every episode before coronavirus hit with no fans. It's just the production of the show is just really taking a hit. The announcing is bad. The scripting is bad. The wrestling is bad. I mean, everything is just not on point. And I feel that AEW is really taking advantage to show you that even with coronavirus and the way that, you know, they have their announcers set up, and, you know, JR and Tony Schiavone, to me, it's a lot better of a combo than any combo you have in WWE. But we'll see. Once, hopefully, coronavirus ends, COVID-19, and we get, you know, to move along a little bit, hopefully, you know, January 1 or whenever it is, and we have fans again, then we can get back to having kind of some normal repetition, some normal routine. Because with wrestling with no fans, I mean, it takes a real big hit. But if you have great announcing and you got great wrestling, at least it can make up for it. But if you're just kind of rolling with the punches and just hoping that you're going to be able to keep the fans around, I mean, WWE is definitely struggling with that, you know, right now. And then baseball with no fans, NFL, college football, NBA, it's going to be weird, but at least it gives an opportunity, you know, for people to come to YouTube and watch live streams and to be able to hang out. And if you're not actually going to the games, you know, you'll be able to watch the games, you know, with us, the Northwest Sports Fanatics, me and Marcus, or just me, and we'll be able to, you know, call a great matchup. Reaction videos as well. Kenny Omega is amazing. His birthday is 13 days after mine, and we are the same age, 36, soon to be 37 in October. I'm feeling great. Kenny Omega. Adam Hangman Page. And then obviously we saw the matchup, you know, with those two versus the Young Bucks, which was probably one of the best. I did a reaction video to that on the channel, and that was probably one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen, period. So we'll see what we can, kind of magic we can bring out here for this last match of this pay-per-view. Tell him, Kenny. We have defeated every single tag team that this division has thrown at us. Yeah, tell him, Kenny. The result is the same. This week will be no different. Kenny Omega. We'll be standing in the ring with the belts. So I was a big Seth Rollins guy. You know what I mean? And I feel that as far as like singles wrestlers, you know, Seth Rollins was the guy for many, many, many years that really held it down for the company, right? But I feel like Kenny Omega has surpassed him now, and he really is the most athletic, exciting singles wrestler that's on TV, no matter what promotion or federation, period. Excalibur! Jim Ross, good old JR, and Tony Schiavone. The best in the business, baby. Javon, some hater. I hate her. It's okay, man. Gotta have haters. Ooh, SCU, another great tag team. Dark Order. Woo! Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts. Joey Janela. Woo! Lance Archer is a beast, too. Ooh, who will face Private Party? That champion, Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. That should be really good. I'm excited for that. But the best match that, you know, everyone has got, well, this right here, this is going to be good. Young Bucks and FTR versus the Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Brothers. That's going to be off the chain. I mean, period. That might even be, I mean, that might be better than Moxley and Brian Cage. But those two matches, and then a little sprinkle in with Jericho and Orange Cassidy. But, man, I can't wait. Brian Cage with Taz. Oh, they switched it 2 weeks from now. I thought they were going to do it on July 8th. Maybe they're pushing it out to July 15th. But I'll still end up doing that part of the pay-per-view as well. Brian Cage he's just roided up. So much steroids for him. I mean, I thought Lance Archer was big. Brian Cage, though, he's like one of those new phenoms that you would see in like ECW or WCW or WWE. But he's the real deal. But I can't really see him taking the belt from Moxley, though. A.K.A. Dean Ambrose. You know, a great guy to be able to have the belt and represent the company. First it was Jericho being the heavyweight champ, and now it's Moxley, which I love. I've always been a big Shield guy. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. Yeah, I did hear about that too. Remember the time, 92? Yeah, so I did hear that Renee got it, and then more than likely Dean got it, a.k.a. John Moxley. So, and they got to have John Moxley and Brian Cage fight each other, so that definitely makes sense. Good clarifying that, though. I was thinking that was the main reason, and they talked about it last week on AEW, that would more than likely happen. But as long as the fight happens, I mean, I don't care when it is, July 8th, July 15th, whenever. So, but that definitely is going to be a very physical, entertaining match. And like I said, I like those up-tempo, physical, matchups. And you're going to be able to see a lot of power, a lot of physicality. And Dean Ambrose has always been that wild man, that wild card where you don't really know what you're going to get. Brian Cage is kind of built like a Batista. He's big, pretty athletic, very strong. You know what I mean? Definitely roided up. But I'm excited to see the matchup. Tell him, Taz. It's a little shot at Vince, WWE. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream, watch party, day one, live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. It's been good, though. I'm excited. Jurassic Express versus MJF and Wardlow was fun. You know what I mean? Cody and Jake Hager was good. Private Party and Santana and Ortiz had his moments. You know, you saw it with, you know, the female matchups for the belt. Wasn't too bad with Penelope Ford trying to keep up with the champ. And then we're going to have the Best Friends versus Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page here shortly. Yeah, I love Moxley, too. I've always been a big John Moxley, Dean Ambrose guy. All right. Coming up to the main event. And like I said, I could have, you know, decided just to kind of take it easy, but, you know, I love grinding, and, you know what I mean, even though today was a long work day, worked, you know, 9+ hours today, and I don't have a whole lot of energy left, but whenever I watch AEW, it definitely gives me that energy more than Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, unless Keith Lee's on, or possibly Adam Cole, baby, but it really gets me juiced up, and I don't really get that excited for sports or wrestling anymore unless it's the best. So, I mean, if NFL's on, I'm excited no matter what the matchup. If AEW, Dynamite, or pay-per-view's on, that's, you know, the top of the top. NBA, I've kind of lost a little bit of interest there. College basketball, WWF, WWE, meh. You know what I mean? I am excited for MLB to come back, though. Not a lot of people love baseball as much as me and my dad, but that's a nice little kind of connection that me and my dad have with the Mariners and the Dodgers. I mean, I'm more of a Ken Griffey Jr. guy, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, Ichiro. But I love watching the matchups of the Dodgers play whoever, since that's my dad's favorite team. And he grew up in L.A., and he's been following the Dodgers since the 50s. You know, Brooklyn Dodgers to the Los Angeles Dodgers. They haven't won since Kirk Gibson in 88. So I'm really excited for baseball to get back on track, even if with no fans. So that way that I can go to his house on Sunday Night Baseball and watch some matchups. But I am disappointed that there's no fans, you know, going to be involved, because normally I go to Seattle to watch Mariner games against different, you know, people that come in to play the Mariners, because they do awesome bobblehead nights. So I like to get a lot of memorabilia and swag when I go, and they were going to do a Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr. dual bobblehead this season, and I've gone the last, you know, 3, 4, 5 years, and I usually go about 3 or 4 or 5 times a season to the Mariners to collect these bobbleheads of Ken Griffey Jr. and Ichiro and Edgar Martinez and whatnot, and it just sucks, though, because I assume, even though, you know, baseball's starting back up, you know, you're not going to be able to get that, so maybe they'll hang on to that until next year, but I really wanted to be able to go with my buddies and grab that dual bobblehead, because I don't have a dual of senior and junior together. But, yeah, we got to be safe. We got to be smart about it. Coronavirus and COVID-19 is no joke. So, yeah, I love it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I have a connection with my dad. I met Ken Griffey Jr. when I was 7, his rookie year in '89. Got a picture with him and his dad, Ken Sr. Got the autograph on the rookie card. Met Koufax, Dodger legend at 10 years old, my dad's hero. You know, greatest left-handed pitcher of all time, Sandy Koufax. So, I mean, I definitely have a special connection, and I've had definitely special experiences happen at MLB games. The last time the Dodgers came to town, I got a foul ball with the Dodgers and the Mariners. I almost got 2. The first night, I had a ball go 1 seat next to me, and I couldn't reach it in time. And then the next day, I ended up getting a foul ball and scrapping for it, getting bloody knees. A guy like pushed me in the back while I had shorts on, and my knees scraped against the concrete steps. And he dropped the ball twice, but I ended up picking it up and grabbing it. And, you know, it'll be a memory that I'll share with my dad for the rest of my life. So that was cool. And most people, when they go to an MLB game, Major League Baseball, they never get a home run ball or a foul ball or any kind of memorabilia. But I've typically been pretty lucky with AAA, Portland Beavers that were here, affiliate of the Twins and the Rockies and a few other teams. I've gotten some memorabilia from them as well when I was young, when I was about 10 years old. I got a couple foul balls, batting gloves. So I've definitely been lucky when it comes to autographs for Blazers and Seahawks, Mariners, and all the teams out here in the Northwest. Oregon Ducks, my team. All right, here we go. Best friends. Best friends. But they ain't going to beat no Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. That would be the biggest upset. I mean, if you're really going to throw something, a little wild card. I mean, sometimes you just know who's going to win, based off, who they are, how long they've had the belts and whatnot. Oh, hello. Adam Cole Baby's girlfriend. Dr. Britt Baker. Championship! Nice record for Best Friends in 2020. 10-3. 418 pounds. Best Friends. But they're not better than Adam Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. This is the one that I circled on the calendar that I've wanted to watch for weeks now, just anticipating this matchup. Let's go. Love Adam Hangman Page. A little DDP, a little Stone Cold Steve Austin. Those two wrestlers kind of in one, with a little JBL kind of mixed in as well. Adam Hangman Page, JBL, Stone Cold, DDP, all in one. Okay. Let's go. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 main event, live stream, watch party with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. You can also donate at patreon.com or go to our GoFundMe by typing in NW space sports space fanatics. Let's go, baby. The best in the business. From Manitoba, Canada. 8-0 record. The best singles wrestler in the business, Kenny Omega. Let's go. Love me some Young Bucks. Can't wait for that matchup. And that's my favorite tag team in wrestling, no matter, WWE or AEW. Young Bucks, hands down, the most entertaining tag team in the business, besides this one, Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. But singles wrestling, Kenny Omega. I mean, at some point, we're going to see Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, I hope, or Brian Cage or whoever has the belt at whatever point. But, I mean, I don't know really what the rivalries are going to be, moving forward. But Kenny Omega versus Cody would be great. Kenny Omega versus Moxley would be off the chain. And even adding to Hangman Page. He's a type of guy that he could be, world champ as well. I could see him going against Brian Cage or Moxley or any of these other guys also. Very athletic. Very underrated. Let's go. Jurassic Express versus MJF and Wardlow. Private Party, Santana and Ortiz, Cody and Jake Hager. So Penelope Ford came up short in her chance to be the women's champion of AEW. But now we got Best Friends versus Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. Let's go. Last match of the pay-per-view for this night. Let's go, Kenny. And anytime it's going to be the match with, Kenny Omega or Young Bucks, I mean, I'm definitely paying attention more than any other match. Ooh, Kenny. Ooh, went for the high knee. Kick to the midsection by Best Friends. Woo! Let's go. Chuck Taylor, definitely underrated. Who doesn't, Sarah Small? I think a lot of people do. Let's go. Tag is made. Adam Hangman Page, a JBL Stone Cold Steve Austin, Diamond Dallas Page clone, all in one. Let's go. Hangman Page with a nice little headlock into the ropes. Nice little square off. Woo! Yeah, Young Bucks are amazing. It's really entertaining. Yep. FTR. Well, they obviously in WWE, they didn't use him right. So I'm glad that they decided to release them and they came over. The Revival never got used properly. And I'm just hoping more and more pieces will come over. Rusev and quite a few, but we just don't know who's going to be available. I love the fact that Matt Hardy came over. All right, best friends, double team move. Hangman Page into the ropes. Ooh, nice kick to the chest. Zack Ryder, that'd be dope. I'll take Zack Ryder. Nice suplex. 2. The tag belts are on the line. The best friends versus Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. Been a good pay-per-view so far. Ooh, nice. Oh, suplex on the other opponent. Let's go, Hangman Page. Tag in. There we go. Kenny Omega's in. Woo! Nice clothesline. Sit the fuck down. Let's go, Kenny. Oh, nice backbreaker. Pin. 1. Coverlock Jaguar. What'd it do? Yeah, Rusev should go. Shinsuke Nakamura. There's just so many guys that are just not really getting pushed correctly, and if they're mid-card guys that could really make an impact. Woo! Oh, what a move by... Oh, baby! 2! What a nice double team move with Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. I love it. The athleticism is off the chain. I agree with you, Coverlock Jaguar. Man, I miss you. I hope everything's, good in your life or as good as it can be. Nice back elbow to the neck right there by Adam Hangman Page. And we're hopefully getting closer and closer to getting rid of this COVID-19 coronavirus. I'm getting sick of it. I want to be able to have live sports come back. But NFL season's going to be lit. Regardless if this NBA comes back, whatever. And MLB, I'm more excited for Major League Baseball than NBA personally. I want, wrestling to get back to normal with the fans so you can hear that energy and that passion, because that's one thing that wrestling really needs compared to baseball, basketball, and football. You really need the fans for wrestling to take it to the next level. But AEW is doing a great job with what they have as limited, fans and, personnel that are watching the, AEW Dynamites and the pay-per-views. And that's facts. A lot better than WWE. A lot better than Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Yeah, I believe he is still married to Lana. Yeah, I feel you, Caverlock. We're getting there, man. But NFL should be still lit, and hopefully we have some kind of college football too. Because for me, it's always been NFL, right? College football, wrestling. You know what I mean? NBA used to be one of those big things for me when I was a kid with like Jordan, and Clyde Drexler and that kind of era in the 80s and 90s, Kobe. But then since then, it's not really the same to me. Ken Griffey Jr., was my hero, my guy besides my dad. And, he's not playing anymore. Ichiro's not, in it anymore. Edgar, Randy Johnson, the big unit. So it's not really the same for me anymore. But I still enjoy MLB baseball more than NBA or college basketball. March Madness can be fun, when that comes around, just to see that excitement. But I feel basketball in general is not the same as it used to be. But I feel that for a good AEW wrestling program, Dynamite, the pay-per-views, NFL, college football, it never gets boring. It's always the best on TV, hands down. You're not going to get anything more exciting than AEW, and you're not going to get anything more exciting than the NFL or college football, and that's facts. Yeah. I haven't stopped watching AEW. I'm just a bigger fan of it. I've watched it from day one. I like the roster. I like the movement. It reminds me of ECW and WCW, which I was more of a fan of than WWF growing up anyways. I mean, I still watched, for Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Undertaker and Razor Ramon, Big Boss Man. I can go, the Mountie, the Bushwhackers, Demolition, Legion of Doom. I mean, I can go on and on and on, right? But besides, Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold, The Rock, DX, Undertaker, I mean, it hasn't really been the same for a long time. So, I know Taker retired. That's crazy. But he was getting a little bit older, though. So, yeah, Caverlock Jaguar, if you ended up watching my show for Cam Newton to the Patriots live stream, you should watch that because I end up talking about your Jags a lot in the show. And I think the Jags and the Bears are lining themselves up for Trevor Lawrence. And if you get Trevor Lawrence, your franchise will be going in the right direction. You just got to make sure you get him over the Bears because the Patriots would have been in that mix too instead of bringing in Cam Newton. If they would have stuck with Jarrett Stidham, they could have been a top 5 bottom feeder, and had a bad record, won maybe 5-6 games or less, right? And then but no one wants to see Trevor Lawrence from Clemson on the Patriots. You don't want to see Tom Brady there all over again, do you? So, maybe it was good that Cam Newton went there, and if he stays healthy, they go to the playoffs, and then they'll figure out who their quarterback is after Cam. Or if Cam has a great season, maybe he will be the guy that, takes over for Tom Brady for a few more years in New England. We'll see. But I am excited for the Jags and the Bears because, like I said, my Bucs got Tom Brady, but, if I could have anyone at quarterback, it would be Trevor Lawrence. I like Trevor Lawrence more than Justin Herbert, and that's my guy from the Ducks. I like Trevor Lawrence more than Tua Tagovailoa on Miami, which I love, Roll Tide. And I even like Trevor Lawrence more than Joe Burrow going to the Bengals, which I think he's going to be great. So, I love all those 3 quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa. But something about Trevor Lawrence, I feel he's more NFL ready today, and he's still in college compared to those other 3 that are in the NFL. He reminds me a lot of Andrew Luck, but I think he could be better. And I think he could be a top 5 quarterback sooner than later. I think he's, that kind of potential. He could be in that mix with, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, Lamar Jackson. And I think Trevor Lawrence could be, in that mix of being a, Ooh! What a move! Holy, Kenny Omega's okay. Shit! Wow. Head first. AEW, AEW, AEW. Wow. Woo! Crazy. But that's just my personal opinion. And if you end up getting Trevor Lawrence, it might help the Bears more because they have more of a defense built up on their roster. And, he could really change that franchise of being a bottom feeder, the Bears, and not having to compete with the Lions on the bottom. They could really compete with Trevor Lawrence on the Bears with the Vikings and the Packers. And Aaron Rodgers might be gone in a couple years. So, and Kirk Cousins is unreliable. Matthew Stafford's getting older. So if Trevor Lawrence goes to the Bears, he might be one of the top dogs in the NFC North, in 3 to 5 years. So, but if he goes to the Jags, you could go from being at the bottom with maybe the Texans since they got rid of D-Hop and they have Deshaun Watson there and then J.J. Watt's getting older, right? And then, the Titans with Tannehill and Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown look nice, right? The Colts have got Phillip Rivers and that's going to be limited, right? So I'm excited. We'll see. But the ooh, big clothesline by Adam Hangman Page. Let's go. But we'll see. Yeah, we have to see. Jacob Eason and Justin Fields and some of these guys, they're going to be project guys, regardless if they're in the NFL now or when they come in next season. Yeah, he's got everything. He's even got the hair, baby. Nice, Kenny Omega. 1, 2. Jalen Hurts going to get some time, obviously with the Eagles. And then you got Jordan Love going to take over for Aaron Rodgers at some point. Yeah, you definitely got to clean house. The defense is no longer there. Woo! Kenny Omega. Nice. Ooh, nice counter. But no more Jalen Ramsey, no more Calais Campbell, A.J. Bouye. So it sucks to be able to have a defense that was so litty when you had Blake Bortles and you guys had that AFC Championship game, against the Pats. But it shows you when you're a small market team, sometimes it takes a while to build a team up to get there. And Leonard Fournette is a guy that, God, he got spiked on his head, Kenny Omega. But there we go. Drinking those beers, baby. But, we'll have to kind of wait and see. But it would be a huge, huge impact for the Jags and that team and that Duval, in that area if you can end up getting a Trevor Lawrence. It could really be a franchise changer and really get things turned around. And then they could be a team that could be a force to be reckoned with for years to come in the AFC South instead of being at the bottom like they've been for a couple years. But sometimes to take a couple steps back, to go 10 steps forward, it'll be worth it if you get a Trevor Lawrence. Get him, Kenny. Get him. Love it. Snap suplexes. Kenny Omega, baby. No, I hear you. I hear you, Caverlock. Ooh! Nice back elbow. Woo! Let's go. Kenny Omega, Adam Hangman Page, the champs. Ooh, good powerbomb versus the best friends. Uh-oh, this one might be over. Oh! Big kick to the back of the neck. Is it over? 1, 2, 2. Good pay-per-view so far, especially being a free one. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party day 1 with your boy Ryan. Live reactions, for that matter of fact, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Uh-oh. Ooh, going for that clothesline. Oh, Kenny pulled out. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What's this? Chuck Taylor. Oh! Dropped him on his head. 1, 2, 2. That was close. But we've been talking about AEW, WWE, college football, NFL in this live stream. So it's been a fun one. Good pay-per-view. Jurassic Express, MJF and Wardlow, Cody versus Jake Hager, Penelope Ford versus the women's champ, Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. Uh-oh. Oh! He spiked him! What a move! Wow, best friends. Okay. Yeah, if you look at the upcoming draft for next season, too, Oregon has got one of the best offensive linemen in the country, and he'll probably go top 3 in the draft. But like I said, you need a quarterback, man. You need a leader. No, nothing against Gardner Minshew, but 1, 2, 2. Oh, that was close. That was 2.5. Yep. Ooh, nice. 2, 2. Yeah, but they say Oregon's offensive lineman has the potential to be the next Quentin Nelson, except at tackle. So if you're going to get a player of that kind of magnitude in the maybe a top 5 pick on the offensive line, big clothesline, JBL style. 1, 2. Ring the bell. It's over. Adam Hangman Page, baby. Caverlock Jaguar. Thank you, man. You guys are one of my favorite sports channels. The only other channel I like as much as you guys is Jacob McDonald, the rugby player that reacts to American sports. Love you. Appreciate you, man. We put in a lot of effort. We just broke 3 million views a few weeks ago on the channel. And then, we're getting closer to that 20,000 subscriber mark. So your boy's putting in work. Oh, a beer for the champs, huh? The tag team division with the Revival left, which is great. It's about time. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with YouTube, they're not really pushing us like they used to. So, I mean, I'm just trying to get to 20,000, man. You know what I mean? Anyone that can share the channel with their friends and, if we can just get to that point and hit that 20K, we only need about 600 or 700 more, but it's going to take some time to get there. Oh, Matt and Nick Jackson, Young Bucks. But any kind of support we can get, people coming in the chat, people, donating, people telling their friends, anything that they can do to help us, kind of grow is exciting. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party, day one live reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Thank you for everyone that watched today. It was a fantastic show. Great matches as well. KGR Kid, $2. Odin's Child, $10. Everyone having a great rest of your Wednesday night. And then I might try to do another live stream maybe later tonight. I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how I feel. I'm pretty gassed after calling some of the matches and watching this, but I hope everyone is great, and if I end up not having enough energy to do another NFL live stream tonight, take a little bit of a break, and then maybe I'll end up doing one tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. So everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. AEW, what can you say? It's a fantastic show, fantastic pay-per-view. Love you guys, appreciate you guys. Smash that like button on your way out. The best fans on YouTube, the Fanatic family, you guys, love you guys, appreciate you guys, and like I said, I'll be out. Caverlock says 2 years ago, Jacob was at 1,000 subscribers, but then he exploded once reacting to NFL videos. Now he's approaching 140,000. Well, I wish I could get there. You know what I mean? I need some support, though. You know what I mean? It's talking about it is one thing, but actually getting people to subscribe and watch us is another. But like I said, I'm a grinder. We've been grinding since 2013, and you know what I mean? We've been on YouTube since 2017, so I'll keep doing my best to make the channel go further along. But Caverlock Jaguar, Sarah Small, and the rest, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back sooner than later with some more NFL or AEW wrestling coverage, or maybe something else. NBA, MLB. We're getting that closing. We're getting that to that point where it's getting a little bit closer and closer as well. AEW Fyter Fest 2020 live stream watch party, day one live reactions with your boy Ryan. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Peace.